Okay, so welcome to another video tutorial about editing 3D models in Blender for the UGC campaign of GensoKishi X GGPlay collaboration event. So it's currently November 7th of 2023, 9:18 p.m. I think I have like 1 hour to do this until we start doing our Dragon Tower runs. And so in this event, right, they're trying to get players to do the UGC. So trying to teach the players how to create their own equipment that they can wear in the game and customize it themselves and so on. Okay. So we got this part one, then you want to do the part two and the part three. So just follow this, and then once you got those models, this one's right here. Where's that? GensoKishi. Let's redesign sample 3D models. This one from the website. It contains the model files, the model mesh, and then the texture guides and the texture, right? So these are all pre-made, like pre-made. All you have to do is edit them if you want. But if you want to go more advanced and further to actually customizing your design so that it's actually more unique to you, with what you want it to actually look like and so on, you can also do that as well. For example, let me just open my Unity and show you the edit, the simple edit that I made to one of these model files. So I use these model files that they provided as my base model, and then I just edited over it to ensure that everything is aligned when it is applied to the game. So I'm just basically using their base models and just editing it to like replace it, some parts of it and so on. Yes, I'm a total newbie in this whole 3D modeling stuff as well. I've done some AutoCAD. That was part of our curriculum back then in college, but it was only like AutoCAD 1 or something, and the whole 3D stuff is actually pretty com pretty hard sometimes. It's kind of complicated because you're in a 3D space view and you edit everything. Most of it are going to be through precision editing, like measuring stuff and inputting numbers and formulas to create shapes. It's not just like sculpting in real life where you can just use your hands to mold clay like manually, just apply pressure and stuff. It's not exactly like that. In computer terms of doing that, it's a lot to do with numbers and alignments and measurements and some tools to do it. So for example, this one that I made, this is based off the sample sort. Like for example, uh, this one, this is the sample sort, and you can see if I put it on the left hand, if I put it on the left hand, touch, delete this, and then put this instead on the left hand. You see that's the base model that GensoKishi provided, and it's about the same height as the one that I created because, like I said, I just edited it to match the dimensions and sizes. So we're going to edit the texture, and we're also going to edit we're going to edit the mesh or the 3D model, and then we're also going to edit the texture because this one has a different texture than the default ones that they provided. So you're gonna have to create your own UV mapping, is what they call it. Basically unwrapping the 3D object into a 2D plane, where that 2D plane would serve as your texture for or coloring for the 3D model. See, it's red, black, and so on. For example, this is the texture file that I'm using for that sword. So over here we got the handle of the sword, and this one is the handguard. I think it's handguard, I forgot what it's called. And this one is the sword itself, the texture of the sword itself. So I got the UV mapping located in these areas, and it's easily organized the way I organized it, so that I could just create a texture file as simple as this and have it color the 3D model like that. Okay, so what you're gonna need is the FBX files that you got from the Genso samples, these ones. So we got bottom, we got cap, we got hoodie, mantle, shield, shirt, and sword. Okay, so those are the model files. I used the sword one. And then we're also gonna need Blender. So let's open Blender. Blender is a free 3D modeling software, and also animation apparently. So we open a new project in Blender. Then we just delete this cube, delete the camera, then delete the light here on the scene collection, and then we go to file, modeling. Where is it? You need to go to mesh and import. Where is it? Import FBX. Okay, import file, import FBX. Then we go to those FBX files that gets provided. For example, we're gonna go with sword, like the one that I use now. Okay, so there's our sword. As you can see, it's very small. And when we zoom in, well, sometimes when you zoom in, you can actually zoom this much. So what you can do is scale it upwards so it's bigger. Just to find where that scale setting is. So we should go to edit mode. Nope. What? Where is the edit? Tab. Okay, there we go. Press tab on your keyboard, and then now we're in edit mode. And then look for the scale. Where is this? Yeah, this one. Okay, so right here on the bottom right, we got the object properties. So this is pretty small, right? This is the original size. So we're gonna enlarge it so we can edit it and see it more clearly and easily. And then before we put it back into file form or export and save it, we're going to bring it back to scale 1. But for now, we're going to size it up to scale 10, so that's bigger. So now it's bigger. And so this is a 3D modeling software. And what you're gonna do with this is the mesh, or the structure of the 3D model, like these like what we call this, the shape of the 3D model. And we're dealing with vertices. These dots right here, these are vertices, which are the intersection of 2 lines or more. And then if you select 2 of the vertices, then you got 2 vertices and 1 edge, which the edge is the line that connects those 2 vertices. Now if you have 3 points, then you can have 3 edges and 1 face. This side right here where the region where all those three dots, the region between all those three dots, that is the face. So that's like a 2D image of a triangle. And the more shapes you make, you can orientate them in a way that you can fold them so you can create a 3D object. Just like that cube, you see that 3D cube is 3D cube has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sides or 6 faces, and then 1 to 8 vertices or 8 corners, right? So I don't know how to actually create a vertex from nothing on this thing. So what I actually did was just grab the existing vertices and then I just edited them. If you happen to know how to add a new vertex, please let me know in the comments, I guess. Uh, so yeah, this is the sword, and what we want to do is preserve the shape or the size of it, right? So maybe we want our sword to be exactly this same size of this sword, or maybe you want it longer so you can extend it upper right here. But for me, I want it to be just the same size as this. So what I'm gonna do, I think we're gonna edit this mesh now, right? This is the select tooltip. This is right now it's on rectangular select. So I'm gonna select some of these vertices and lines, mesh, then just gonna press delete vertices, select them again, delete vertices, and there we go. Now it's deleted, but you can see there's still some left behind, right? So we want to delete those two to clean it. We're gonna try to make it look like the other one that I did. So we just remove this. This is just one of the ways how you can edit it. It depends on what you want to do or what you have in mind as a 3D model. But for me, this is how I did it. And there are plenty of tutorials online as well that you can look up in order for you to be able to do what it is you are trying to do with this software, because this is a pretty big and complex tool. It's like Photoshop with all those tools that it has for manipulating media. Just remove this. Okay. Nope, we deleted that part. That's not a problem. It's not a problem. Delete. This one as well. Okay, so we know this is the bottom side or the bottom part of the sword, right? So I want to make it like a cylindrical shape. You can pan around using shift and then wheel mouse click to drag, and then using scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom out, and then control to zoom in and zoom out as well, and then alt, and then I'm still not familiar with the controls. Okay, mouse wheel click drag to rotate. Okay, mouse wheel click drag to rotate, shift mouse wheel to pan, and mouse wheel to zoom. Okay, so just remove this as well. Some extra vertices. Okay, so you can see this one. I want to make it a cylindrical shape, right? Okay, so we're gonna use this, the move, or no, I think this one. Yeah, this. What? Did they change? Transform. I mean the transform tool. This one right here. When it's the transform, and I don't know how to do this cleanly, but it's just how I did it. I will first create a square. Let me change the views here. There we go. So I will first create the square. By moving these points around, I need 4 points to be where I need to do the corners. Yeah, that's why it can be a little complicated or daunting to do this. For sure, you're trying to manipulate 3D space on a 2D, yeah, but on a 2D view. Okay, there. It's this select both vertices, and then we're gonna add new edge or face. So we added a new edge. I'm gonna select these two vertices, and then remove the edge. And then this to remove the delete to remove the face. I deleted the vertex on that one as well. Just remove this. Clean it up. I need this one. This vertex right here. Place it right here. See, it's skewed. I don't still actually don't know how to like flatten it out so that it's properly aligned. All I know is that when I use this tool, when I use the orientation settings, I can get a pretty flat surface or alignment, and I can align it on that axis. So we now have our triangular shape. I mean triangular vertices. We're gonna add right click and then new edge face. Select the two vertices, add new edge, and then select all four vertices and then add new edge face again. So now we have a 2D rectangular shape, and we're gonna select this. Then we can change the view to this side view. Pan, so we have a better view. And then Alt left click. No, it's just kidding. No. Alt right click. Wait, what? No, we pressed S first. Okay, press S. I'm so sorry. I'm still new to this. I forgot how to do it. Wait, how do I do that? I don't remember. I think it was. It's gonna be S. Yeah, but extrude. Extrude region. There we go. So it's called extrude region. Okay. That's the first time I've seen that. Okay. So extrude region. See, now it's a rectangular cube. It's not properly aligned, but Yeah, that's fine. And then I think this one is a little over the edge, so we're gonna try to adjust it. Okay, so that was extrude. And how about the opposite of extrude? Shrink or flatten again? No. I'm so sorry, I'm trying to figure this out while recording. Knife. No, what the hell is this? Okay, shear. Nope, nope, nope. I think it is actually S. S. Select this S. And that's the largest. We need it to be the opposite of extrude. I think it's bevel. No, it's not. Trim this. Oh, there we go. Transform. Okay. Alright. So we get this rectangular shape. Now we want to turn it into a circle. So to a cylindrical type of shape, right? Okay, I'm not pro at this. Absolutely not. You can totally see that right now. But I just looked up some video tutorials online and this is how it worked for me to create my own model. Okay, there we go. So now it's kind of like cylindrical, right? It's oblongated, cylindrical, sort of like diamonds or diamond shape. Then if you want to move it, just select it again. Select this as well. Then this one. Then this one. Just a view. And put it up there. So it's like that. Alright. And then we're gonna do the handguard. Pretty much the same thing as what we're gonna do with the handguard. Yeah, I think I want this where it is. I don't know where it's connected to. Right. Maybe we can just create a cube actually. I don't really know how to add. There's an add cube thing. Alright, let's try that one. So we'll remove all this. And then this one as well, guys. Then we're gonna add cube. Oh, that's a big cube. Right, let's press S and then scale it to make it smaller. Right, that's right. Yeah, I'm just gonna move it here. Press S again to make it smaller. messages. Scroll deeper pedal, scroll wheel to add more sections, and there we go. Right. That's what the vanguard on the one that I made looks like. And you pretty much just you do the same thing for the sword itself. Although if you want to actually make it longer, you can do so as well. I don't know how long you can make it though. They might reject your application if it's a little too much. Yeah, you can see it extend it up to right there, so make it longer. It's cute. Alright, so now that you got that, you might as well. So let's say you're done editing the mesh or what the 3D model looks like, right? Now you wanna check for backface culling, this option right here on the viewport shading, backport culling, and then here on the viewport overlays, face orientation. Okay, so this is really nice because sometimes you want to enable this because you want to see the 3D model showing as a solid object in the game, not something that has sides that are transparent or see-through. Because if you see here right now, from the outside, it's all purple, right? That means it's a solid object. That outside side of the object is visible. But if you go inside the like the shape, if you try to look inside the shape, you can see that it is actually red inside. This is already so messed up for a tutorial. I'm really sorry, but yeah, let's just go. Maybe I should just read. I guess I just added. So you can see right here. See right inside it. So you want this outside parts of the 3D model to be in purple so that it shows in the game as a solid object rather than having some sides as transparent. If you see red colored stuff in here, you're gonna want to press Shift N to select all, and then Shift N to recalculate normals until all the color outside are purple. Alright, and then now we go to finally the texture. Alright, so there are also plenty of other ways to do this one. You want to select all, and then U, reset, and then U again, and then smart UV project, and there's your texture map file. And in here you can edit like where you want things to be in the PNG texture file. Like for example, maybe I want this. Just press G, and then you can move them around to wherever you want them to go. Yeah, that stretches as well. So what you can do is manually select them. Fine tune selecting them. And then shift, and then wait back. Then shift, press G. Oops. Press G, and then there we go. You can move it right here. Alright. So this will be your texture file layout. So you're gonna have a square image, and some parts of that image will go through these shapes right here, which are the spaces of the 3D model, right? And that's gonna be where your UV or texture mapping will be for this 3D model. Alright, now for my own project, I'm just gonna do it now. Okay, already, for example, mine, right? Let's save that. Sample this one. Okay, this is what the UV texture map looks like on my own UGC entry. If we go layout, and yeah, dot calling, calling, and base orientation. It's also purple. Particularly look inside. Let's see. Okay. See, there's red right here. If this red side is on the outside of your shape, that side will be seen as transparent within the game. So you need to have it within the shape or the 3D model so that it is inside. It's what they call the normals inside something. Yeah. Okay. Prepare. So much better. I almost sorry. It's this. For this video, I think I just embarrassed myself. What the heck? But yeah, here we go. Yeah, that was exactly 1 hour. What the hell? I'm so sorry. I'm not a pro at this. I'm just learning as I go as well. But anyway, I hope you learned something from this video on about Blender and editing 3D models. How you implement what you have in mind or how you make it into a 3D model in the Blender app. Well, I'm pretty sure if you don't have already knowledge about it, you might want to take some lessons on it or look up tutorials online, like just what I did as well. Because there's just sometimes so many ways to do what it is you want to do in these apps, these editors. So, yeah, I think I'm good with this one. Yeah. So now I'm going to get some back. I think I want to replace the image though. But yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Sorry that's so long.